Thank you for joining me. Today, our focus is how to focus when your mind feels overloaded. Have you ever noticed how one unchecked thought can change your whole day? This lesson is about taking your mind back with calm and discipline. Mind control and self-discipline are not about becoming cold, harsh, or emotionless. They are about learning how to guide your thoughts, manage your actions, and stay steady even when your feelings change. A person with a disciplined mind does not always feel motivated. They simply know how to keep going without depending on motivation every day. This is what makes mental control so powerful. It gives you direction when your emotions are noisy, and it gives you stability when life feels uncertain. Lesson 1. Why the mind needs training. The mind does not naturally choose what is best. It often chooses what is easy, familiar, and comfortable. That is why people delay important work, break good habits, and return to behaviors they already know are not helping them. Your mind is not your enemy, but it does need training. Without training, it reacts. With training, it responds with intention. Self-discipline begins when you stop obeying every feeling that appears. You start understanding that not every thought deserves action. You can feel tired and still do what matters. You can feel distracted and still return to focus. You can feel resistance and still move forward. That is the beginning of real control. Not controlling life, but controlling your response to life. Lesson 2. The difference between feelings and decisions. Many people live as if feelings should lead every decision. If they feel ready, they begin. If they do not feel ready, they wait. But feelings are unstable. They change from hour to hour, and they often depend on sleep, stress, mood, and outside events. If your actions depend only on feelings, your life will keep changing direction. You will start often, but you will not stay consistent. Discipline means making decisions from values, not from temporary emotion. You decide what kind of person you want to be, and then you act in alignment with that decision. This does not mean you ignore your emotions. It means you do not let them become the ruler of your life. For example, you may not feel like exercising, studying, saving money, or waking up early. But if those actions support the life you want, then the decision matters more than the feeling. This is how inner strength grows. Every time you act from principle instead of impulse, your mind becomes more reliable. Lesson 3. How to stop being controlled by impulse. Impulse is fast. It wants comfort now, relief now, pleasure now, and escape now. Discipline is slower. It asks you to think about consequence, direction, and long-term results. When impulse wins too often, life becomes reactive. You eat what you should not eat, spend what you should not spend, and waste time in ways you later regret. The problem is not one bad choice. The real problem is the habit of giving in without thinking. Mind control begins with a pause. A small pause between the urge and the action can change everything. In that pause, ask yourself a simple question. Does this choice help my future or only satisfy this moment? That question creates space for awareness, and awareness weakens automatic behavior. The more often you pause, the less power impulse has over you. Over time, what once controlled you starts losing its grip. Lesson 4. Building discipline through small daily actions. Self-discipline is not built through one dramatic moment. It is built through small actions repeated many times. It grows when you do simple things you said you would do. Wake up when planned. Finish the task. Keep the promise. Return to the routine. These actions may look unimportant, but they train your identity. They teach your mind that your words have weight. Many people fail because they chase intensity instead of consistency. They try to change everything at once, then become exhausted and quit. A better way is to become steady. Choose actions small enough to repeat, but meaningful enough to matter. Read a few pages each day. Exercise for a short time. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. Work without checking your phone for one focus session. Small actions done honestly are stronger than big plans done briefly. Discipline trusts repetition more than excitement. When you repeat the right behaviors long enough, they stop feeling forced. They begin to feel normal. That is when real change starts becoming part of who you are. Lesson 5. Training the mind during hard moments. Anyone can feel disciplined when life is easy. The real test comes when you're stressed, disappointed, bored, or emotionally tired. Hard moments reveal the level of your training. They show whether your mind leads your behavior or whether your emotions take control. This is why self-discipline must be practiced, especially when it feels inconvenient. Those moments are not interruptions. They are the training. When you want to quit early, stay a little longer. When you want to avoid responsibility, do the next necessary step. When you want to escape discomfort, remain present and calm instead. This is how mental endurance is built. You do not need to be perfect in these moments. You only need to resist the habit of immediate surrender. Every hard moment handled well becomes evidence. It shows you that you are becoming someone stronger, steadier, and more self-directed. Lesson 6. Becoming the person who leads himself. At its core, mind control is self-leadership. It means you're no longer pulled in every direction by mood, temptation, and distraction. You begin to live with greater order inside yourself. Your thoughts become clearer, your actions become cleaner, and your life becomes more intentional. Self-discipline is not punishment. It is protection. It protects your time, your focus, your goals, and your future. It also creates self-respect. When you trust yourself to follow through, confidence becomes more real and more stable. You no longer need to keep proving who you want to be. Your daily behavior starts showing it for you. This is the quiet power of discipline. It does not always look dramatic, but it changes everything over time. Mind control and self-discipline are built one choice at a time. Each time you pause, choose wisely, and follow through, you strengthen the part of you that leads instead of reacts. You do not need a perfect mind. You need a trained mind. And once your mind learns to serve your purpose instead of your impulses, your whole life begins to move in a new direction.